Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old Growler. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. What we do here is we take a look at a can or a bottle of beer. Sometimes a spirit or a wine will drop by since we're all friends in fermentation. We read everything on the label and we take a look at the artwork and see what they're trying to sell us. Then we crack it open to see if it meets expectations. All right, today from Vermont, we've got Lawson's Finest Liquids Sip of Sunshine IPA, India Pale Ale. Got a nice summer look to it. And it says, the government warning that I shouldn't operate heavy machinery or drive a car or be a pregnant woman, then drink this. So I don't have to worry about any of those. Brewed by Lawson's Finest Liquids. Stratford, Connecticut? I thought these kids were up in Waitsfield, Vermont. Well, surprise, surprise. All right, here we go. 8% alcohol by volume. Our lupulin-laden India Pale Ale is packed with juicy tropical fruit character, bright floral aromas, and delectable layers of hop flavor. Pour mindfully, inhale deeply, and enjoy a tropical vacation in a glass. Lawson's Finest Liquids is a family-owned, award-winning brewery, taproom, and retail store located in the Mad River Valley of Vermont. Sip of Sunshine IPA is brewed by Lawson's Finest Liquids in Stratford, Connecticut at Two Roads Brewing Company. Learn more at Lawson's Finest. All right, well, again, the first few Lawsons, in fact, there'll probably be a link up there to the Lawson's playlist. I could have sworn that they were in Waitsfield, Vermont. But now I find out that my buddy Phil Markowski at Two Roads is brewing it. All right, well, they're spreading the wealth, I guess. All right, well, what are we expecting? An India Pale Ale at 8% alcohol by volume. A standard India Pale Ale would be, copper-colored to light bronze. And it would be, a fairly well-hopped, both in the mouth feel and the taste and the aromatics as well. All right, so we've got ourselves an India Pale Ale. Let's crack it open and see if it meets those expectations. All right, you'll notice I always use the same style of glassware for all of our tastings. That way none of the beers have a leg up when it comes to clarity or aromatics. All right, certainly looks like it. All beers should be served at the correct temperature. As we said, this is an India Pale Ale. Lagers should be served at around 37 to 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Ales 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. There's a link right up there that'll let you know what temperature your beer should be served at. All right, this is an ale, so it should be between 50 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got my Thermopin lollipop, and I'm gonna click it right there. And this says 50.2 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is right at the beginning. So it might be a little difficult to pick up some of the flavors since it is that chilly. However, we're going to let it sit there for just a couple seconds and then give it a try. All right, here we go. Now, most folks, when they do their tastings, they take a look, they sniff, they sip, and they let you know what they think. Well, I do things a little bit differently. I take a look, I sip first, and then sniff, because sometimes the olfactory nerves can make the taste buds think that they're getting something that they might not be getting. I'll let Master Sommelier Fred Dex explain it to you. He does a lot better than I do. Okay, well, just maintained a good head on that. All right, for 8% alcohol, that's pretty good. It looks like an India Pale Ale. Let's see if it tastes like one. Well, you notice I took 2 sips. The reason for that, the first sip is an acclimation sip. That because the taste buds, they haven't been paying attention to me. They don't know what's coming. And all of a sudden they get a swish of nice cold beer and a lot of flavors. And they're trying to figure out what's going on. They need a second sip. So I always give them a second sip. That way they can tell me what they think. And I'll tell you what they think about this one. This has got a nice medium body. There is not a sweetness to it. There is a grainy maltiness to it. And the hop is right on as far as a tang. There's a beautiful citric tang on here. I'm willing to bet that they use Citra hops in this one. Not so much of the Cascade, but certainly Citra, that's for sure. First nosedive. Whoa, yes, that's where all the hops are. Oh, they've been. Oh, if I had had a sniff first before I sipped, I would have been expecting a lot heavier hop formation for flavor profile. So I'm kind of glad I took the sip first. One more. There are 2 different hop sensations coming off of here. The aromatics are of one type and the flavor is of another type, and they do form a nice, for those of you who know ballet, pas de deux, dance. They dance very nicely together. So, does Lawson's Finest Liquids Sip of Sunshine IPA meet expectations? It certainly does. If you enjoy these types of programs, please click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. A thumbs up is great, and a comment would be really appreciated. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.